Hey. Hey, that was the wrong screen. That was the wrong screen for a second there. That's okay though, cause we got a two kitty stream today. We got a two kitty stream, and they're both actually in view. This never happens. This is the first time ever. Incredible. Hello, Ray. Hello, Dark and Stormy. You did a workout. Nice. Good job, Kat. Woohoo! I have not done a workout today, but that's okay. Yeah, we got a double kitty streaming committee. And they're so sleepy. Such good girls. I came in here like an hour ago to start setting up, and they both just immediately hopped into position, and they were like, "Okay, we're ready. Let's go. Let's stream." And I think Timony and Cinnamon are in Brian's office, or at least they were earlier. You think your back will be happy that you're not letting it just be weak anymore? Yeah. I really need to get back into lifting properly because my knee is mad at me all the time, and the big thing with that I know is squats. The way that I make my knees not hurt all the time is to just do a lot of squats constantly and never stop doing squats. And the way I make my neck not hurt all the time is by doing like regular upper body workouts and then also stretching before and after. So, yeah. But it's hard to motivate yourself sometimes, you know? Hey, JJ, welcome. And also welcome, Marie. 2 cat per person household. Yeah, it's the optimal ratio. You know, if what you want is chaos, it's the optimal ratio. Najwa, welcome. Oh yeah, that's the problem, right? Like you have some sort of minor injury and it gets, it starts to get better or whatever, but in the meantime your body has been compensating by, leaning a little differently or engaging different muscles to sort of make up for weaker areas, or maybe you sit a little funny or whatever, and it ends up screwing everything up horrendously. Activation energy required outsourcing all food prep at great cost. Yeah. I know the feeling. So today we're going to be struggling. At least I'm going to be struggling. Y'all don't need to struggle. You can just laugh at me struggling. I'm going to be struggling with water marbling. Because, I don't know, I just felt like I wanted to do some water marbling and hurt myself because I'm really bad at it. But that's okay. That's okay. It's all right to be bad at things and do them in public anyway. Hello, Tana. Welcome. So yeah, so water marbling is the name of the game today. But I don't know what kind of color story I want to do. So what do y'all think? Tell me. Let's think about, like, rather than naming specific colors, because everybody's just gonna yell different colors. Give me like a vibe, a theme. Do we want to go neon nights? Do we want to go, autumn colors? Do we want jewel tones? Do we want to start bringing in Halloween? Do we want to do like some late summer, mellow brights? What are we thinking? I'm seeing some spoopy. We're water marbling, Najwa. Don't start to bring specific things into it. I'm not water marbling ghosts. That's just going to end badly. Autumn colors, gothic horror, migratory birds. I don't know what that means from a color story standpoint. I acknowledge that it's migration season. You're not wrong. I'm just not sure how that translates into a color story. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying I don't understand the idea. Did I not see the ghosts last year? The wrinkly ones where you're like putting a drop in and then like letting it wrinkle up and applying them. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not water marbling. That's something else that also happens in the water. I'm familiar with it, but I don't feel like torturing myself quite that much. I want a water marble. Yellow, blue, orange songbirds. I see. Okay. So it sounds like maybe like a lighter, brighter version of autumn colors, Ray, that you're thinking of? Uh-oh. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, my goodness. Apologies to cats and listeners. That one got me. Spooky Mouse, welcome. Gray kitty babies. Yes, I have them. Snow Siren, welcome to you as well. Scooby-Doo theme. Oh, like Mystery Machine colors? That would be interesting. For migratory bird theme, light blues and white come to mind for the sky. JJ feels that orange needs to be involved. Chrysanthemums are in season. I don't require blessings for my sneezes. I don't believe that spirits are going to enter me or my soul is going to escape. So it's all good. You can just ignore the sneezes like you. In my mind, you should treat a sneeze the same way you would treat a belch or a fart, right? So either you politely ignore it or you high-five the person for doing a good job. This is just my opinion. I think we should treat them all the same way because it's the same kind of thing, right? Like your body's just doing a thing. You don't really have a lot of control over it. Unless you're like one of those people that's like really good at, controlled burping. And if you can do that with a sneeze, amazing. You deserve all the high fives. Halloween colors, all the secondaries, dark rainbow. No, it's not just, it's not quite the same as bless you in German. Gesundheit is like health, right? Don't they have a Gesundheit minister? All right, hang on a second. I'm going to blow my nose here. All right. Nice air expulsion. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Can you rate my sneeze like you rate burps? Absolutely. Hello, Ashley. Welcome. We're deciding on vibes for my water marbling color story, and discussing the best way to handle when somebody sneezes. In modern times, when probably most of us don't actually believe in demons entering your body. You gave that sneeze a 7.5. I'll take it. You know who does 10 out of 10 sneezes? My stepfather. When my stepfather sneezes, every single time, it's like a sonic boom. Like the house vibrates. It's wild. I don't understand where it all comes from. Like, it's just the sound is so big. What warrants a high rating of sneeze? I feel like You know, just like either volume or creativity. I think you can get points for creativity with a sneeze. Yeah, I feel like there's probably a lot of different ways to rate a sneeze. You have a coworker that sits near you that's like that. Yeah, it's a problem. Ashley, Halloween vibes, of course. Yeah, is it like a universal thing, Lori? Is it just like dad sneezes are just like that? Is everybody's dad like that? Because I feel like Brian's sneezes are not that crazy. Brian's sneezes are like relatively average, I think. It's one of the few ways in which he is average. Men sneezing is so scary. Practically a yell of pain. Oh no, Snow Siren, you have the multi-sneeze. That's brutal. Jammy Dodgers is like that. She never just sneezes once. She always has like a multi-sneeze thing. If it sounds like you threw out your back, that's a 10 out of 10 sneeze. Legit. And welcome, Linry. Your mom also sneezes in threes. Sneeze-inspired water marble. Should we be using like snot green? Okay, so maybe it's not a universal dad thing. Maybe it's just like a select dad thing. Twilight themed water marble so Linry will finish watching the movies. I would never do that to Linry. Okay, it sounds like we definitely want yellow, orange, probably some blue, but and I'm hearing snot green here from Kat. Okay. All right. Let me pull some stuff and y'all can make some choices. Okay, here. Let me. Yeah, you're already on Cat's up, so. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see. Do like mossy rooftops and Candyman. What do we got here? Do I want that? I feel like that might be too bright. Lost Hope? Maybe Lost Hope. Ah! I dropped the polish. Okay, I'm gonna pull like a few like shimmery things and maybe some flakies and then also some crumbs. That's not the VCB I wanted. That's the VCB I wanted. And then some snot, do some yellow, some orange, red. And then, oh, we need some kind of blues, don't we? Alright, well, I don't know what's going to, I don't know what's gonna appeal here, so. Bonquette, hello, welcome. You've put Twilight on your nails 3 times. Yeah, I don't. I don't think I've ever done a Twilight mani. And I'm good with that. Zombie-inspired water marble, greens, browns, reds. You doing some crocheting there, Kat? Okay, I pulled a bunch of colors here, and I'm gonna So we have to do some crumbs. Y'all know why, I'm sure. Can't just be doing all shimmers. It won't work well. Hopefully I can kind of fit everything into one view. Okay. Oh boy. Let's pull all this down. There we go. Okay, so I feel like we want to have likely a little heavier on the creme side and just a couple of shimmers to throw in. I did also grab a flaky. I have no idea if that will work or not. This flaky. It might not water marble at all. So don't get married to it. Potatoes and molasses is the perfect mauve for full water marble. Yeah, I could see that. You don't know why about the crumbs, but you have never successfully water marbled. Crumbs, but make the red special because blood. Well, I think it has to be mostly crumbs. That's just kind of a thing with water marbling, in my experience. It just doesn't work well to not have a lot of structure. So I'm seeing some love for the bright blue and the aqua / teal. Red shimmer, middle with red shimmer, the rest cremes. So you're thinking like this one and this one? What's the... Okay, hang on. Snot green with the shimmer, that's this one here. This is Mossy Rooftops from Arcana. I think that's the one you're asking about, JJ. Yeah, linear hollows you can also do, but not with shimmers. Like, it doesn't structurally support the same way that cremes do. Definitely this yellow, the yellow creme. And I feel like we could do... I wonder if this one might work better. I like these three together. What else? Like this. We could try that. Maybe try like those ones together. What do we think about this combo? Bearing in mind that this one, it's showing up with a lot of shimmer on screen right now, but it's definitely a snotty, prugly, olivey green. Blue is not Halloweeny. I agree with you, but we didn't necessarily say Halloweeny is what we're doing though, Ashley. You decided Halloweeny, but but everybody else was talking about migratory birds and shit. Another option would be to maybe use that, which brings it a little more autumnal. But I kind of really like this. I'm interested to see what this one looks like. And see whether it works. Polished mess. Thanks. Thanks for acknowledging that it's my stream. It is kind of funky 70s. I think it could be interesting. So let's see how it comes out, and whether or not we actually like it when it's doing the thing, and whether everything cooperates as well, which is also very important. So, funky 70s is the correct colors for water marble. Everyone else equals just Ray. Well, no, there were other people who were saying the same colors as Ray. You know, several people mentioned yellow and orange. And a couple people mentioned blue. And snot green was also mentioned by a couple people. Love the snot green with shimmer. What's that one called? That one is Mossy Rooftops from Arcana. The darker blue looked better, but you're still intrigued. I think it could work really well either way, and I'm interested in trying both, to be honest. I haven't tried the cracked crumbs for water marbling, and again, I'm like bad at water marbling to begin with, so I have no idea if any of this is going to work. Okay. So let's just start ourselves out with some random order here. I think I'll order it as I go. I find shimmers sometimes can like cause problems because sometimes they dry too fast. So we'll see. I do always like the way they end up looking. Whoop. Well, that did an interesting thing. Sort of blooped, tried to drop itself to the bottom for a second there before it came back up. Ah, what on earth? Oh my goodness. It was like bouncing off of the top of the yellow. And look, it's done this like cracking thing. What happened? Did the top of the yellow get wet or something? This is weird. I don't know what happened there. That's very strange. Are you... It responded very weird. I'm gonna sweep this and try again. But yeah, I do think that the shimmer is drying a little faster than everything else. So I don't know if this shimmer is gonna work for us. Yeah, the water marble goddess Colette hopefully is watching over us. I will never be able to attain her skill, but you know, I can still fuck around. The mossy green did just vanish. I wonder if maybe I'll sub in the hollow taco not pressed, and then also add the shimmer right after it, so we have like some green kind of supporting it. I don't know if that'll help. It'll probably still nope out of there, but come on. Ah. Okay. I got a little too much there. We went a little crazy. What is happening with this? We'll just get rid of that. Uh-oh. And my tool just fell on the ground. So that bodes super well. I don't know about this shimmer, y'all. I feel like this shimmer is causing me problems. I need some Colette energy in here. I've been missing her nail streams because she's been doing nothing but gaming for a while now, which is totally fine. She's been enjoying herself. But it means I'm not getting my nail stream fix. All right. Yeah, I don't know about this, y'all. I don't know about this. This shimmer is not the most cooperative. I am not a fan, I'll tell you what. Not a fan. Do we have a kitty rotation? Yeah, that's kind of why I was thinking, JJ, that's kind of why I grabbed the lighter teal blue, because I figured it would give us a little bit more contrast. I'm also sad Snot Green Shimmer did not work out. Is the yellow super thick? No, I mean, it's not like... It's a little thick, but it's not really what's causing the problem. The problem is being caused by two things. One, that I'm bad at water marbling, and two, that the shimmer, it's right after the shimmer, and the shimmer is causing problems. You think the yellow is the culprit? I don't know, man. You feel like we need to swap one of the autumn colors out for poop purple? I'm not sure that I agree with that, Ray. You want me to try a different shimmer, or should we try just an all creme version? You think the yellow's an issue? We can try and swap out the yellow instead of swapping out the shimmer. Multiple people seem to think we should swap the shimmer and the yellow. So, you think we should switch the shimmer to red as a creme or red as a shimmer? We can try a red shimmer. Let's try this. Let's try this Lost Hope. All right. Actually, I have a different yellow that's similar. You can give this one a shot. Swap both. Yeah, that's... I can add shimmer at the end. Yeah, for sure. That is always an option if I really want to. Once I have the structure in, I can drip in a couple of shimmers. But let's try this and see if this... Oh, you're not cleared at all, are you? Okay. Come on. All right. We'll try with this different shimmer in line and see if it behaves a little better. And we'll try with this different yellow and see if it behaves a little better. And maybe with both changes, something will magically work better. I don't know how I feel about the color combo, though. It feels very, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. Like, there's too many things in the brown, yellow, orange range. Not enough things out of that range. Now it feels like Chucky vibes. God. I saw the first movie and then did not watch any of the sequels. And I think I'm better off for that. It does look very retro, doesn't it? Oh, well, that worked well. Went too far out, grabbed the whole thing by accident. All right. I did say that it was going to be a struggle night. Okay, but can I just try a darker blue instead of a poop purple first? I want to try taking out Warthog and Monique and replacing with Shady Navy. Let's try this. My struggles are teaching you. I'm so glad that my struggles have some value for somebody. Because I tell you what, right now they're just teaching me rage. Ah, I didn't open my blue. Oh, God. Are you going to be too thick? Do I need to thin you? Did I let you sit too long? Yeah, I let you sit too long. Fuck. Swear to God. The struggle, y'all. The struggle is so real. Struggle is in the title, yes. I knew what I was getting into, but I feel like this is one of those things that I've never really, like, spent a ton of time sort of trying to dedicate myself to really actually getting good at. And I feel like that needs to change. So that's why we're doing this, because I felt like it would be good for me. But I don't know if the gods are with me. Oh, that didn't go well. There we go. I should probably be skipping the shimmer this early on and just doing other stuff instead, and then adding the shimmer toward the end, like Sassy suggested. I think I might do that for the next couple of rounds. Ah, come on. I think some of these are too thick and need thinner added to them. I like this color combo though. I'm enjoying this. All right, I'm gonna add some shimmer in this round. Cross our fingers that something good happens here. Ah, too much, too much. I glooped too much. That's going to be a problem. All right, let's see. Let's see. Nope, do not do that. Don't do it. I told you not to. No, you know what? I like it better without the shimmer. Like, I really like this part that's happening with just the crumbs. I feel like this area with just the crumbs is fun. And then we end up, as soon as the shimmer comes in, it like causes all kinds of problems. Now it looks like freaky clown colors, like Chucky's shirt. Can you water marble with the HT Barista polishes? Interesting. Dunno. I really like the red shimmer. It's causing problems for sure. All right. We're retiring the shimmer. We're going to thin some polishes. See, the red shimmer and the blue would look really nice together, like in a regular context. You're not wrong about that. It's just that they're not behaving well together in a water marble context. But like, yeah, if you put them together in a mani in another context, it would probably look really good. Boot the shimmer. We're booting the shimmer. Shimmer can be an accent nail, yeah, really. All right. All right. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't think the yellow was the problem, but I am going to add a little thinner. Actually, I'm going to add a little thinner to this one. We'll use this one, but I'm just going to thin it out a little bit. Have I put the red shimmer on the yellow? That's not going to make the difference, right? A big part of the problem is that the red shimmer is drying too fast, which is so often the case with shimmers. They dry super fast compared with the cremes. So I don't think it's because I'm putting a creme, like a thick creme on the shimmer. Yeah, it totally is the Chucky shirt. You're not wrong. And that kind of makes me mad. Not you not being wrong, but the Chucky shirt in general. All right. Hang on. What if we add a green in here? What if we take that out? What if we fuck this all up? Oh, I'm gonna hate that. Oh, I'm gonna hate that for sure. I'm gonna hate that so much. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, Ray. I just don't think it's going to work. Because the problem is inherent to the dry time of the shimmer. Are we taking a break to talk about our Lord and Savior thinner? Yeah. I mean, I feel like everything always needs thinner all the time. But I don't know if that's the red that I want, though. Do I want orange? Do I want to go orange? Is that crazy? Is that a crazy idea? Are we going weenie? We're going weenie. We're going weenie, y'all. We're going to try some weenie. Let me check how thick this is. Oh, yeah. All right. Everybody's going to get a little thinner first. All right. You get a thinner, and you get a thinner. I'm not adding potatoes and molasses. I don't want it to be that desaturated. I want brighter colors. All right. I would rather do the Halloween-y thing. I really hate the color of potatoes and molasses. It's like my least favorite color. It's just not a hue I appreciate. It's good creme. I just don't like the color of it. You can cry all you like. I don't give a shit. I'm allowed to like colors that you don't like and vice versa. Sylvia, hello, welcome. Told you, Sassy. I can put it in a box for you, but it might just sit there for a year and a half like all the other boxes of shit I've got to send people. All right, I already put some thinner in this one, so. All right. Let's try again. Do I want it in that order or do I want it in that order? I think I want it in that order. Does it really matter? Absolutely not. But we're gonna do it anyway. All right. Someone call Colette. Let her know I need her blessings. I need her skills. Do I hate this color combination? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Might want to take out the yellow and just do the green. Not the, yeah. Take out the dark yellow and do the olivey green instead. Although the olivey green seems to be a little sheerer. So, all right, I think this might be the last round. Well, maybe not. Maybe one more. I feel like I'm swiftly running out of time here. Yeah. The green really spreads everything out quite a bit, eh? Okay. Okay. The purple and orange did some real interesting interaction there. I'm not mad at this. But I'm also not in love with it. I'll show you potatoes and molasses. It's this. This is potatoes and molasses. I just don't like this color. It's just me. It's a me issue. It is definitely behaving better Yeah, Ray, it's true. I didn't mail out polishes for my mom. It was literally a year. I had them sitting, and that was for my mom. For my mom. I had them just sitting in a box, all packed up in my studio, ready to go. I actually took them downstairs and had them on the kitchen table for a while, and that didn't even do the trick. So, you know, it's like, okay, I don't like this purple either. I'm sorry. Maybe I would like it better if I added some black. I don't know, y'all. Do I use liquid latex or do I raw dog it? Oh, I'm gonna raw dog it. You know I'm gonna raw dog it. I hate liquid latex. All right. This behaved better though, so maybe we just want to stick to the cremes because clearly I am not anywhere near a skill level where I should be fucking with shimmers. Oh, where's all my paper towel? Okay. Clean this up. We'll try again. I will keep the purple for now, but I want to have the black and maybe I will dislike it less. Maybe. Maybe I'll still hate it. At some point tonight, we might even possibly get to a Manny. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe not. It definitely went very Halloween-y, Ashley, despite my initial intentions. It did go rather Halloween-y. But that's okay. All right, I think the black is making me dislike it less. I feel like as soon as you add the black, I'm like less mad at the purple for existing. You know what I mean? Halloween does something to my brain. So like, oh, it's okay for things to be purple if it's Halloween. The rest of the time, no, don't want it. Halloween or outer space, those are the only times I don't mind things being purple. All right. Oh, shit. We got a lint. We got a lint. We got a lint, y'all. I saw it go in. I saw a hair. That might have just screwed us, but we'll see. Maybe we can continue working with it. It was like a little hair. I'll try and do one more round and see if that kind of helps. I like this color combo better, I think. What's wrong with purple? Just personal preference, Lori. Don't take it personally. I just don't like purple. It's allowed. People are allowed to like things that other people don't like. And it's fine. Nobody needs to get upset about it. Okay. Go this way. Go this way. I'll go this way. I'm doing this in like totally haphazard fashion here, but that's okay. All right, see, I like this. I like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna do it, y'all. And actually, I'm gonna do 2 nails. There we go. Should I have put a base down first? Yeah, probably. Did I? No. I mean, I have base coat, but I didn't put any, like, base color underneath. Your eyes are dilated. Oh no, Sylvia. Raw dogging black polish, that's right. Living dangerously. It's okay. It's just my swatching hand. It's no big deal. I don't have to do any swatching for like, I don't know, a while. I just finished a bunch, so it's fine. Exactly. That is the correct attitude. If someone doesn't like something that you like, it just means that it's more of that thing for you. And you should just be fine with it. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way so I can do some cleanup here. Y'all can enjoy the horrifying cleanup process when one raw dogs water marble with black creme. You know, if I'd known I was going to be using a black creme, I probably would have not opted to raw dog. I probably would have bit the bullet and gone ahead and dug out my freaking liquid latex. But I really hate working with that stuff. I hate working with liquid latex more than I hate cleaning up stuff as a general rule. So, you know. So I'm going to do the bulk of it with the Q-tip and then go in with the brush afterward. It mostly works reasonably well. It's a little annoying, but oh boy, is that got a big old water drip there at the end of my nail. That's not going to help. It's not going to help with cleaning anything. Water and acetone do not get along well together. They do not help each other clean, I'll tell you that much. I feel like I kind of want to tweak the colors and do something different as like an accent nail. But I'm not sure exactly what I would do. I mean, I could just use some completely different polish and just paint an accent nail, but that feels like cheating. I do think we have to water marble the whole thing. And we're definitely doing both hands, FYI. And I don't want to do both hands the same. So that's my plan, is to basically just make my life a living hell for a while. So I don't know. Should I do all the nails the same color on this hand, or should I like do something different for one or two of the nails so that I have an accent nail? I think we're probably safe as long as we stick to just cremes. So if we're water marbling everything. You've got pizza. Man, I had pre-stream cereal, which is like basically what I always have for my pre-stream food is a bowl of cereal, because I'm always just like, whatever, I just need sustenance. Because if I don't have pre-stream cereal, then by the time I get out of stream and I'm all finished, I'm like fully hangry. And I mean, really all that means is that I have post-stream cereal, but I'm annoyed about it. So it's not really that different, but it feels more like a choice. You know what I mean? I do peanut butter panda puffs for my pre-stream meal. It's like a puffed corn kind of cereal, I think. It's basically candy. Basically having a bowl of candy and milk. Leftover Thai food, I want that. What kind of leftover Thai food are you having? I love Thai food. Especially like anything coconutty. I'm very into it. Coconut-based curries. Oof, so good. I used to get like a mango coconut curry from a place not far from my old apartment in Toronto. Or sometimes pineapple red curry. I like the red curries because I'm not I'm not that good at super spicy stuff. I can do some depending on the type of spice it is. Like moderate spice for Thai food is okay for me. But yeah, I can't do the super spicy stuff. My tummy can't handle it in my old age. Kills me. Makes me suffer. You spilled. Bonket, don't spill your food. Especially not Thai food. It's precious. Alright, I feel like this is probably good enough for now. I might want to do a little extra cleanup before I take photos, but it's probably fine for the moment. I feel like this is dark. Does this seem dark to anybody else? Is that better? Is that better or is that too bright now? Yeah. Well, that's incorrect. There we go. I think it might be better now. Hopefully. Let me know. Okay. Y'all should have said something earlier. Jeez Louise. It's okay. I should have remembered to turn that up. My skin is now also reflective. So it's too much now, you're saying? I mean, my skin is always a little reflective. Let's be real, but I can't help that. That's just what my skin does. Okay, if I wanted to like change things up a little for an accent nail, I could maybe omit that and do like purple, orange, and sort of this bricky color with black. Maybe. I might not hate that. Or I might hate it. I don't know. Might not be different enough, though. What if we add this in? I don't know. Let's just try some shit. Oh, well, yeah. If I put my arm any closer to the light, then it immediately goes extremely pale. There's no getting around that. Yeah. Okay, well, that was not great. Don't do that. Okay? Just anybody who's, foolish enough to use me as an example for how to do things. Instead, you should use me as an example for how not to do things, because I'm super good at fucking it up. What if I don't love what's happening here, but what if I did that? Would I still hate it? I don't know. What if I took that out? What if I took that out and put that in? This blue probably could have used some, oh yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't think I like that at all. Of course, I wasn't really liking it already. I feel like we're almost back into Chucky territory again. Why are you like this? I don't like it. Can we get an acid green swapped in? Yeah. Orange, purple, green, and white. Interesting, interesting. Orange, purple, green, and white. Maybe with a brighter green. Let me see what I have for a brighter green. I definitely obviously have white. I have citrine. Could try that. Do you need thinning? No. Citrine is good. What about my white? Reminds you of the peacock spider. The one that I put on my stories earlier today. Or a different one. I mean, there's lots of them. There's a ton of different species of peacock spiders. And they're all super colorful like this. So, you could definitely see that. It'd be too much black, yeah. We're gonna try white instead. See if we can do something completely different here. Okay. All right, let's try this. We do some white. Oh boy. You really, hello? Do you wanna, there. Come on. It's okay. The first little bit doesn't have to go perfect. It does have to go better than this, though. Why are you like this? Why are you doing this? It's like, I swear to God, it's like bouncing on top. Yeah, we're going to try again here. But I like this color combo. This is a fun color combo, so we're definitely going to... We're definitely going to keep at this a little bit here. Hopefully we can make it cooperate. Come on. Dry, damn you, dry. Okay, try again. This is going better. So far. I probably shouldn't say that because that'll guarantee that I'll fuck it up, but you know? I'm enjoying this color combo. Who said brighter green? Who said to swap in an acid green? Who said white? Y'all coming up with some smart ideas here. It very much vibes like some kind of silly eyeball candy or something. You know what I mean? Okay. That's going to be it. No. Okay, well, we had a little problem area there. But I think it's still going to work if we go like here and here. Yeah. Like a jawbreaker. It does kind of look like a rainbow sherbet. Okay. We got the hard part, of course, is always like getting everything away so that we don't fuck it up on the pullout. I feel like I probably should have used a white base underneath this just to have like brighter coloring. Yeah, I screwed up this part here. See that? It like got messed up on the way out. But that's okay. You know? It's not that big a deal. The funny thing is that it really does not vibe like Halloween on the nails. Because it ended up coming out so pale. I don't know. It might be too late, Ray. Yeah, I think I'm kind of streaking it a little bit. Still, we'll see. Hello, Polished Millennial. Welcome, welcome. We're having a miserable time fucking everything up. It's great. Really enjoying ourselves here. And also making just the most enormous mess because of my insistence upon raw dogging this. Because I hate liquid latex almost as much as I hate cleaning this up. Maybe more than I hate cleaning this up. Probably more. Yeah, you know, I don't know. We're just... Maybe this is the experimental hand, you know? Maybe we'll get everything perfect on my right hand, and then for once it'll be my right hand's time to shine. If I was a smart woman, I would have done all the initial experimenting on my right hand, but I am not a smart woman, as we all know. Oh, and I just actually just dinged my finger a little bit with my Q-tip, but that's okay. Ah, we got a Q-tip hair. Q-tip fuzz. I'm having a miserable time. You're enjoying yourself. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that my struggles can bring other people joy. You know, that's what I live for, y'all. The knowledge that other people are having a laugh at my suffering. Yeah. Okay. I do think that we want to do a white base. And maybe what we should do is throw a white base down on my thumb and see how much better that works out. And if it works out as much better as I think it will, then we can do the same thing on my other hand. And I just really messed up cleaning this up too. You can use Scotch tape instead of liquid latex, and it's just as much of a pain in the ass and doesn't do quite as good a job. Maybe I'm just bad at using it. I have done it. I find it almost as annoying. And the problem is with both, I still end up having to do a shitload of cleanup with a cleanup brush. And so I think that's why I kind of got to the point where I was like, screw it. I just don't care anymore, because I go to all this trouble to try to prevent, having to clean up a bunch. And then I still end up having to clean up a bunch. So what was all that work for? You know what I mean? This is just me. It's just me being like ridiculous about using tools that other people use with no problem and do not seem to struggle with at all. Okay. All right, let's do a... It's good to see a talented nail artist not be perfect. Thanks. Yeah, no, I really suck at this. You decided to paint olives on top of ILNP Olive Grove, and you're kind of hating yourself too. Aw, I'm sorry. But I bet that they're gonna come out cool. All right, let's put a coat of white underneath. Oh my god. Oh yeah. My little stick is getting nasty. Let's put a coat of white underneath the thumb before we do anything on it, and hopefully that will make the colors pop a little better. And I thinned this white out, so it's going to be a little on the thin side, but it should still at least brighten things up a bit. You remember Kira sharing a finger apron thing. You wonder how that would work for water marbling. Yeah, I've seen the finger apron thing. I don't know, because it would still get behind that because of the way you have to dip. I'm not sure that would really help. Okay, for the thumb, are we going back to the dark combo, or are we doing the light combo? I'm waiting for some responses. You wonder if Peely base would work? Yeah, the problem with Peely base is that you have to separate it from the Peely base. If you're also using Peely base under your mani, you have to have like a demarcation line where there's no overlap. Otherwise, you'll peel up everything. Yeah, I've used a stamper for water marbling. I often find that I end up with little water bubbles, which are slightly annoying. I've used a stamper, and I've used the silicone rounds, and sometimes I do that. Then you're also like applying a decal, and yeah, I don't know. Ray, you do emote? Yeah, see, I don't do emote with my Peely base. I'm seeing light combo. All right, that's enough people saying light combo for me to just go with light combo. We don't need a formal vote here. We're just going by vibes. I'm going to need more paper towel. It's one of the problems with doing water marbling for me is all the freaking paper towels I go through. I go through some paper towels when I'm stamping as well, but not as many. It's usually just like one paper towel per stamping session. You've only tried water marbling once and you ended up making decals because you didn't want to deal with the mess. That is so valid. And also, hello. Welcome. I don't think you've spoken before. If you have... Oh, no, you're the one that said you use Scotch tape instead of liquid latex. I didn't notice. My apologies. I'm real good at reading. I'm also excellent with names, so you know. I apologize to anybody who I miss or screw up. All right. We're trying with the thumb. We'll see if the white underneath makes as much of a difference as I think it will. I suspect that we're definitely going to want to continue that over onto the right hand. And then we got to figure out what colors we're doing for the right hand. Because we could do the same thing, or we could do something completely different. We could go like a fully different direction with it. All right. Got some purple on there. Come on. Let go. Yeah, I fucked that up. I went too far to the edge. Let's see if we can rescue some of it. If we can rescue just enough for the thumb. Yeah. All right, we're going to use this area in here, I think. Or actually, maybe we'll do this area. All right. At least I only needed to do one finger there. Because that was going to be a problem if I needed two. Because there were not two good areas, really, that were next to each other. Okay. You. We got a snotty area there. You liked the first area? Oh, well. You know how it goes, Ray. You should be used to disappointment coming to my streams. Anybody that comes to my streams, be prepared to be disappointed. You're going to be too slow with a really great suggestion, or you're going to make a great suggestion that I'm going to not take. You know, something like that. That's just how it is. I also liked the first area, but it was going to be a little harder to stick my thumb into, so. Yeah. I'm not too worried about you, Ray. I know you're used to it. All right. We might have to paint some spoopy shit on these just to like, or stamp maybe some spoopy shit on these just to cover up some problem areas. Pull out my Halloween stamping shit. Okay. Got that. And then clean up the edges a little better here. I do think that definitely made a difference to the brightness of all the colors. Everything looks a lot brighter with the white underneath. So I think that is the way to move forward with the other hand. So, yeah, Ray is supposed to be on a call to give advice in real time. Dislike, unsubscribe. Yeah. If I could have all of you on voice for this, I totally would, but that's not the way this works, unfortunately. So we're all gonna have to be okay with it. So what do we think for the other hand? Do we want to stick with the weenie theme? And if so, do we want to do the same colors? Or do we want to fuck around and do something different? Look at that. I totally got some white on this. Let's see if I can clean that up a little. I'm definitely going to have to do some spoopy stamping over top of this. Yeah. And I pulled up some of the color there. All right, we'll do some spoopy stamping, it's decided. But in the meantime, what colors are we doing for the other hand? We're to chaos. You're not sure I can handle your stream of consciousness thoughts while hosting a stream? I mean, I'm really good at ignoring people talking to me while they're in the room with me. Just ask my husband. Half the time I don't even hear him while he's trying to talk to me. Ghislaine, hello, welcome. Now, Ghislaine lives close enough that she actually could just come on over and hang out with me during a stream. For the other hand, you vote dark and vampy. Do you think, like, these colors are, like, vampy colors? Should we be doing, like black and red and purple? Or something. That could be fun. Red, black, purple. Let me pull a different red, though. I'll pull a vampier red. I'm still going to want that white base. Vampy, literal vampy. You want me to make my fingers bloodthirsty? Okay. Oop, shit. All right. Bum. What's a good red? What do I have here? You know what's a good red? This one. Hopefully this one water burbles well. This is the good vampy creme that I have. This is my best vampy creme red. This is 1940. Pretty sure it's 1940. The butt label is messed up on like all of those. I think the shelf liner that I have in my drawers messes it up. Okay. I wonder if we want just like an occasional red drop or an occasional white drop in it. To like give it just a little contrast. Like not necessarily every round, but what if like every second or third cycle through we put just like one drop of white? Does that seem like a good idea or a terrible idea? I'm just thinking like vampire teeth and also for a little pop of contrast. You know what I mean? Brighten it up a smidge. Might end up too pepperminty. It might. It might, Rabbit. Sassy, you're going into lurk mode. I hope you're doing something entertaining. All right, I just totally got a hair in this one. I'm just gonna have to try to make do. Should be fine. It's just to go under, so no big deal. We can always try with the white and like see what we think. And if we think it doesn't work, then we can scrap it and start again. Not a big deal. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Happened again. Okay. Gray. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Do I want a darker gray or a lighter gray or a mid gray? We'll go with a mid gray. That was the correct. I think that was the correct idea. You kind of want pastel purple with it instead of white. That could also maybe work, but let's try with the gray because I think that might be the correct answer. Okay. Let's see what our consistencies are like. Come on, open. See if we need any thinner first. You might be okay. And you... No, you're going to need thinner. You are going to need some thinner. Just a touch. Ghislaine didn't get the lecture earlier. Wasn't really a lecture. I was just suggesting that it would be cool if we just treated sneezes the same way we treat other bodily functions. Like either politely ignore them or rate them or have competitions to see who can do the best ones. Maybe there's someone out there that can sneeze the alphabet. That would be pretty impressive. Lori, we got a 5 out of 10. Oh, ow, Ray, only a 3? Really? Harsh. Man, oh man. What did I ever do to you? I do think those need to be in between. But do I want to do the gray on every round though? Or, I don't know. Let's see what it looks like if it's in every round. And then we can see what it looks like if it's like in every other round or something. I don't mind it every round. What do y'all think? Is it too frequent? Should we skip a couple of rounds and see what we think? I'm not mad at it either way, honestly. We'll do one more in the middle here. And then our purple. And the black. We'll pull it and see what we think. Hello? Nope. There we go. You like the gray between the red and purple? Yeah, I'm struggling. I tell you what, y'all. I am struggling. But that, we knew that was going to happen, right? We knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I don't mind it, y'all. I don't mind it. Let's do it. Let's just freaking go. Right there. You think it's too much black, Bonquette? It's too late, my friend. You got Ray syndrome. It's when you express an opinion after I do the thing. Immediately after I do the thing. Maymay. A Maymay has arrived. What did you walk into? A little bit of chaos, a little bit of suffering. I gotta channel the dad sneezes. It's because I'm not picking sweet potatoes and molasses. Yeah, I hate that color. It's a good polish. I just don't like it. Okay. Let's do a little nasty cleanup here. Ew. Oh yeah. That's good shit. Oh, I love it. Ooh. Oh, I just totally dinged it. Damn it. This is the problem with working on my right hand too. Is that I am 100% gonna screw some shit up. Because I am so very clumsy. My left hand does not know what the hell it's doing. All it knows how to do is pose and look pretty. Otherwise, useless. Okay. You know, I think the deal is you can either have a 2-cat stream or you can have a good art stream. I'm basing this on a single event. But I feel like that's at least as statistically rigorous as what the US government is using for healthcare decisions, so that's fine, right? Yeah. We have fun here, folks. This is giving dominatrix. I'm not mad at that. I think that's fine. Groovy vampire vibes. It sure is messy, I'll tell you that. All right. 7 out of 10 extra strength Tylenol. Honestly. That whole thing is interesting. It's interesting. We're not going to discuss it at length here, but as a biologist, interesting. You know, my background's not in human health. But I know how to read a scientific paper, I'll tell you that much. Oh my god, this is so messy. Not that we're surprised about that, but oh, are you hearing cricket noises? I don't hear any right now, but there probably were some going on earlier. But you know, I don't really hear them anymore because I'm so used to living with crickets that the noises to me are just like normal background noise. They basically don't exist. Boss, hello, welcome. Welcome to the absolute fuckery that is me trying to water marble and then also trying to do cleanup on my other hand without completely screwing it up. It's good times. It's going really well. It's going super great, y'all. You'd think I'd be better at doing at least cleanup on this hand. because I do paint my nails on this hand pretty regularly, but I don't usually do this hand under the camera so much, which does add an extra layer of complexity. Back from dropping off the kids at swim. Or didn't realize that you had actually left, Ashley. This whole time I thought you were here with me. Now I know. What a tragedy. If I had known you weren't with me all this time, Ashley, I would have done things completely differently. Oh my god. What an absolute fucking mess. I love it. It's great. I'll tell you what, though. The colors on this one came out pretty cool, I think. I like them. I may not be able to photograph this hand until tomorrow, though, because I might need some of this polish to, like, scrub off later on after it's fully dried. I don't know if I can do a proper cleanup job here with the brush with my other hand, or with my left hand rather. The camera is an evil creature that requires too much attention. Yes, it's true. It also just requires strange positioning. That's a huge issue, I find, because my hands are not positioned the way they normally would be. And that complicates things a little bit. Because, yeah, normally if I'm cleaning up my other hand, I'm doing it much closer to my face. So that I can kind of see things. I really wish I hadn't frickin' immediately smacked this thing with the Q-tip when I first started cleaning, because it's quite a sizable ding there, but you know. All right, I'm gonna call this good enough for the cleanup for the moment, and I will do more cleanup later on. Are we, for the other nails, doing the same colors, or do we want to do like we did on this hand and shake it up, do things different? What do we think? I'm gonna try to just disguise that a tiny bit. There we go. Never happened. Nothing to see here, folks. Top coat will make it better, yes. Top coat will make it better. Doing a sugar scrub tomorrow morning will make it better. All kinds of things will make it better. Shake it up. Do something different. Should we do a light version like we did on the other hand? I don't know. We could do with white instead of black. The same red, purple, gray, but with white instead of black. What do we think about that idea? Cats, what do you think? Something light and buttery. What about butter? What about butter me up? Butter me up instead of black? Is that crazy? That seems crazy. That might be crazy, y'all. Let's see what happens. Why not? How did the other hand come out? Mixed. I should have put, this is the only one I put a base coat on. I put like a white base on it, and it definitely popped the colors better. The other ones I didn't put any kind of a white base underneath, and so the colors are kind of dull. It was a very silly thing that I really should have known better about. But you know. All right, let's see what butter does. I don't know. Let's just fuck around and find out. Maybe we'll like it. Maybe it'll be cool. It could happen. Stranger things have happened, right? And I think we'll do the same thing where we skip the gray sometimes. Do some rounds with the gray and some without. You know, we're just fucking around. A light purple might also work instead of the gray, or instead of butter. Like a lavender. Yeah. That did not fall in the center. Not at all. I don't know how I feel about this butter, y'all. Come on, get in there. Hey. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's see what we think. Let's pull it and see what we think. You know what it looks like? It looks like the Toronto Raptors. It looks like the Toronto Raptors. I'm not putting the Toronto Raptors colors on my hands. I'm simply not. Okay. Scrap the butter. But maybe we'll try we try a lavender. Maybe we'll try a lavender. We could try a lavender. If you don't know what the Toronto Raptors are, they're a basketball team from my hometown. And I don't watch basketball. None of the Toronto teams deserve it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're not giving respect to the Toronto fucking basketball team. Actually, you know who does maybe deserve it? The only Toronto team that deserves a little bit of respect is Toronto FC. I mean, I'm not going to fight over it because I don't actually care that much because I don't actually watch any sports ball. But I do know that Toronto teams largely suck at sports ball. The Jays. Toronto Blue Jays. They haven't been good in like decades. If ever. No one respects soccer in North America. Yeah, no, I know. May you request a silver shimmer in this round. Well, shimmers have not been working out for us, but what if I have a silver metallic? We could try that. The Leafs haven't been good since the early 90s. Yeah. That's correct. May, you're going to nod your head. That's the correct thing to do. Okay. We'll sub in the silver for the gray. And listen, here's the thing about being a person from Toronto. If you're a person from Toronto, it's actually illegal to like any of the sports teams in Toronto. And that's true whether you like sports ball or not. So, yeah, part of the reason you never watch sports is because you're from Toronto. It's it's a thing. People from Toronto don't watch Toronto sports teams, and we don't care about it. And all the fans are the out-of-towners. And I'm going to skip the silver for the first couple of rounds, and then we'll see how things go here. Once I've got a little bit of structure in, then I'll start adding some silver. But yeah, it's actually against the law to... It's like Toronto bylaws. You're not allowed to reside in the city center if you like sports ball teams from Toronto. Come on. Are you going to do it? Are you going to do the thing? Are you going to do the thing? That probably needed some thinner. But we shall see. I did add... No, did I? No, I didn't. I didn't add any because it's my stamping polish and I was scared to add thinner to it, which I think is correct. I think it's correct to be scared to add thinner to your stamping polish. But I think it might work anyway. We'll see. We'll see how it pulls. Stamping polish does at least not dry super fast, so it might actually kind of cooperate. All right, I think we will finish it with the red and then pull and see how this works. Ooh, she's kind of lost some structural integrity in the middle section there. I feel like it can work. I just feel like it kind of didn't. But I don't think it can't. I feel like we almost have an area in here. I think I want to try this one again. How do we feel about the lavender in it? Do we want to go back to black but with the silver? Or is that going to be... It's going to be too samey, isn't it? We could try just... Well, I don't mind the lavender personally, but... Like this specific one didn't work out, but I feel like it can. I feel like it can work. You like the lavender. I'm fairly certain that no matter where you live in America, boss, you're both permitted and in fact obligated to like college football. This is giving you too much Valentine's Day. You like the lavender, but you feel like we need one more dark color. I mean, we can add in a black as well and try that so that we still have some dark stuff happening, but it's being countered a little bit. More gunmetal rather than silver. I don't really have a whole lot in the way of silvers, to be honest. I'm trying to think if I have something that's like a gunmetal, and I'm not sure that I do. But I'm interested in trying this with black as well as the lavender. So let's give it a try and just see what happens with it. And if we don't like it, then we can try something else. Is there a there's not a dark gunmetal like, fuck. All right, well, we're early enough in the process. It should be okay. Is there like a gunmetal hollow taco that I might have that isn't Brucey or whatever the fuck that thing was? Trying to remember. I've forgotten what most of my hollow tacos are. That's why I'm asking what they had, because there's a chance that I would have had it if it was from earlier collection. Come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is really... I'm struggling with application here, but I feel like the color combination might work. An Abomination metallic shade. Was there... I don't mind this, like, obviously not this, but I feel like adding the black helps. Was there an Abomination dark metallic that was silvery? If so, I don't think I have it. Great. I think I have great. I have great. I don't have overshadowed. All right, try this instead of the silver, you're saying? All right, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Hopefully, great will behave reasonably well. It might be drying a little. No, I think it might actually be okay. We'll see how we go here. Yeah, you did not go in centered at all. That's okay. That's okay. We make it work. It'll be fine. This might actually work, y'all. How are we feeling about the black and lavender combo in this? I'm not mad at it, I think. That's not bad. I like this. I like this. I'm gonna do like here. This one is Giving Adams Family. Kinda, yeah. I think I agree with you. Yeah, it's kind of a fun combo. The little bit of metallic in there is nice. That was a nice suggestion. I don't remember who suggested that because my brain is made of Swiss cheese. I have a cat hair. But that was a nice suggestion. I like that. More paper towel. Did any of the patterns you saw during yoga make it onto the hand? I have no idea what patterns you saw during yoga. Someone else is going to have to field that question. Somebody with a brain. I don't have one of those. All right. Let's see if we can clean up, preferably without making a horrible ding on my nail this time. That would be nice if we could avoid dinging the nail this time. I mean, regardless, we're definitely going to have to do some nail art on some of these nails at least to fix up some shitty areas, at least on my other hand. Maybe less so on this hand. I don't know. Ghislaine suggested it. Good suggestion to go with a metallic. All right. It definitely has very vampy vibes for sure. I think I kind of want to do more metallic on the thumb. Like, I like the little bit of metallic that I'm seeing, but I feel like I want more of it. I don't know whether that's going to mean like doing both great and silver. Could also do the stamping in silver, I suppose. Yeah. It was 27 minutes ago. What is time? What is time, Sassy? I do not know. I don't even know how long it's been since I started this stream. It could have been... We could be on hour 5, for all I can tell. I don't think we are. I'm not hungry enough for that yet. Where are we, actually? Oh, we're like 2 hours in. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. We've managed to get most of the nails water marbled, despite just horrendous amounts of fucking up. And doing really terrible combinations. All right. What other metallics do I have? Not very many. But I was thinking maybe great plus the silver if I use both of them. That might be a thing. All right, I'm going to do the rest of the cleanup later, I think. Because it's too hard to clean this up on camera with my other hand. This is too hard, y'all. All right. Let us attempt a version of that just has also some silver in it. Maybe instead of lavender. Is that crazy? What would happen if you put a magnet under the water and use magnetic polish? Nothing, because the water is too deep. But if I had a shallower water container, then yeah, that could work. I've also seen people use a metal container for the water that is like ferromagnetic, so that they can attach magnets to the container itself and get some magnetic effects happening as they go. You got fucky right at the start because I was too slow. Start that again. So yeah, if you use a ferromagnetic dish and attach magnets to it, you can do that like to the sides. Or if you use a shallow dish, you can put a magnet under it. But my dish is too deep and not magnetic. Oop, okay, well, I just dripped a bunch of polish everywhere. So that was good. That was helpful. It's a strong start, Peggy. Strong start. Just do basically exactly the same thing that we did last time, but, you know, worse. We're going to do this again. We're going to do this again. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine, y'all. I even broke out the distilled water and, like, it was already room temperature, but then I, like, poured it and let it sit in this room for a while before stream. Like, I'm doing all the things, y'all. I just struggle. Part of it is definitely like a speed issue. Like if you wait too long between drips, then you can end up with problems. I'm skipping the metallics on the first couple of rounds here, just because there doesn't really seem much point in adding them this early in. And then we'll start adding them now. Oh good, this one's not gonna work. Let's just skip, go straight to there. I will make it work, I just need to tip it more. Come on. Come on, you were working before. You can work again. Dangerous using a stamping polish. It's definitely on the thicker side. All right, well, let's see. Let's see. Oh, good. I did such a good job, y'all. I did such a good job. Let's see if I can salvage this at all. I can't. There's no good way to salvage this. Unless... That's not terrible in that area. I don't love it. I don't hate it. We'll just try again. I'm not mad at the colors, but I think my silver is giving me some problems because it is a stamping polish, and so it's a bit on the thick side, so I do have to be careful with it. It's because I planned, I jinxed it, yeah. It's true. Can't plan before a stream. Doesn't work for me. Water marble is hard. It's true. I think I need the lavender back. Yeah, maybe. The lavender was the only thing holding this shit together. All right. Try again. We'll try again. I really want to make this specific color combo work. So I'm going to try this specific color combo again. Because I really want it to happen, y'all. Okay, I'm going to add the silver in the next round. Right after the black. Okay, okay. Okay. Maybe. Maybe we'll be okay. Maybe. It's all gonna come down to how well it pulls. If I can pull it without fucking it up. Or if I can add any silver at the end without fucking it up. Okay. Alright. Everybody cross your fingers. Nope. Do I have an area that I don't hate? I think this is not bad here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it, y'all. Do I have a smaller container I can use so I don't need so many rings? Yeah, no. I mean, I could probably find something, but yeah, the trade-off there is that you have a little less space for dipping, which is also a problem. It's just a different, you're just trading problems at that point, I think. I like how much metal there is in this one. It was a pain in the butt, but I feel like it might have been worth it. Yeah, that's exactly my concern. The ding hazard. I definitely think it would solve some problems, for sure. Like, it's not that it's a terrible idea. I know that I would be trading one set of problems for a different set of problems that may or may not be easier to deal with. I don't know. Like, maybe I would adapt to it real fast and it would be fine. But I don't currently have anything that would be an appropriate size for that. At least not in the studio, for sure. But maybe I can take a look around for next time. I wouldn't mind trying a metal container, though, to see if I can do... I have thought about the magnetic thing a few times because I have seen other people do it. If you have a shallow tin, you can, like the lip balm kind of things, or, those kind of like cream things that are magnetic. Like I think the diaper tin, what is it? What's that diaper rash stuff? Pen something? Anyway, those things I'm pretty sure are magnetic. I feel like you could use that, but you wouldn't be able to dip in them because they're pretty shallow. But you could certainly use like the stamper method with those. I feel like that could be an interesting thing to play with. But I don't have anything like that. I don't know why my brain can't remember the name of that stuff. Jesus, this red is so good and so vampy, but it really makes a hell of a mess. Peniton, thank you, Ray. Peniton cream. Yeah, this is not the first diaper rash discussion we've had in the last, week or so. Yeah, I think I have like a nail balm, like a cuticle balm kind of thing that's in a metal tin, but I don't think it's a magnetic tin. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm a little sad about this hand that I didn't put white underneath it first, because I think it kind of actually would have worked out pretty well if I had put the white underneath it first. And I'm not sure if it's really even worth stamping over my screw ups, because the color isn't very vibrant on these. But I like the way the vampy hand came out. It's not very often that I like my other hand more than my main hand, but I do like the way this came out. And I kind of even like that it's not super obvious that they were done completely differently, I feel. Because the main colors in all of them are the same. Like, it almost seems like you could have just used a different area of the same color combos. Why are you not focusing? Because you're focusing on other stuff. There we go. But yeah, I kind of like how this one came out. It's cute. Yeah, I know you can put thinner into a stamping polish. It's just, it's such a fine line until you make it too thin to really stamp well. Like, the ingredients are the same, so it's safe to put thinner into a stamping polish. And I have done it to like rescue a stamping polish. I know that this particular stamping polish works really, really well right now at its current thickness. It stamps beautifully. So I'm hesitant to add thinner to it for water marbling, which I do less frequently. But yeah, you can totally add thinner to stamping polishes. It is safe. It won't ruin the polish. It's just, if you overdo it, it might not stamp as well until it thickens up again. But that's okay. Clearly, we have identified a gap in my collection. And I need to have more silver metallics. I am still on a pretty strict no-buy at the moment, which I'm going to try to maintain for a little longer. I won't say necessarily until Black Friday, but gosh, that would be nice. But we'll see. I still have a bunch of PBE polishes that I have not managed to get to. And I have been working through them diligently. I am getting through them, but I just had a bunch more swatching that I had to do. So, catching up on the untried. Went back on the back burner again for a while, and so, the rule is still definitely I have to get through all of my untrieds before I'm allowed to buy any more. I'm just kind of thinking that I might also extend it a little bit. If I can make it to Black Friday, that would be cool. But I do think a metallic silver that's not a stamping polish, I could use probably a couple of those. They're just not something I think to buy, you know, because I don't look at them and go, ooh, I want that to wear. That's just not really, they're not exciting to me in that way, but they are super useful for sure. And I definitely don't have enough. I do have to destash. I extremely have to destash. But the problem is the mailing issue. The mailing issue is a problem. I need Ray to come visit me and do all of that for me. Or May, you can come visit me and destash for me and mail everything out. That would be cool. Ghislaine, you want to come visit? Gold metallic from Twinkled Tea. Is it the stamping polish? Because I have a beautiful gold metallic stamping polish from Twinkled Tea that I use regularly. Not so much for stamping, but for hand painting stuff. That's kind of one of my main go-to golds. Actually, that's the one I used on the Sapphire Mani. Was the Twinkled Tea gold stamping polish. But yeah, for some reason I have more, and actually I have other golds as well. I have more golds than I have silvers, even though I wear less gold than I wear silver. Sylvia, you're going to have to fight Sassy for my purples. Or, you know, just come pick them up. Anybody who wants to drive over here and pick stuff up is definitely at an advantage as far as the destashing stuff is concerned, because it is very much the mailing part that I can't manage. I have a box of polish all set aside to destash. And I simply have not, because I know that the mailing part is going to be a problem. You used all your PTO for the year. Are you saying that your Pokemon Worlds yada yada thing was somehow more important than coming to help me with destashing? How dare? How dare, May? Everybody needs more PTO. Everybody needs more PTO. I just need more P. I already have plenty of TO. Wait, I don't mean I need more P like the urine type. I mean the P that's in PTO. Specifically that P. Your bestie was just in Maryland. Well, should have voluntold her. All right, we'll clean up a little bit more, but I think that's going to be it for cleanup for tonight, and I'm just going to have to wait and take my photos in the morning. I do have to top coat as well. You did travel a lot this year, May. You've had a good year for going around doing fun shit. Yeah, we all need more of the pay, for sure. We also probably, most of us, need more of the time off. But more of the pay, for sure. But, you know, we live in a capitalist hellscape, so... what can you do? All right. Najwa, you still have 2 weeks to take, but no time to take it? Yeah. That's often a problem in a lot of industries where, like, that, yeah, they give you the time off, but then there's no good time to actually take it. It's such a trap. The problem that I had, and this is the best kind of problem to have when I was working at the university, was that we got lots of paid time off, but we also got like a break at Christmas that was also paid. So, like, because the university was just closed, and it wouldn't have been, like, the union basically wouldn't let them get away with just not like making us take our paid time off during that time that the university was closed. And so they basically just close everything and pay us normally for like 2 weeks. And so you basically get an extra 2 weeks on top of, the usual thing. Am I gonna have problems? I am. I'm gonna need a seal glaze. But yeah, so you already have 2 weeks that are not coming out of your paid time off for the winter break. And then, like, I can't remember how many weeks I had, because I worked there for like 12 years. So I had at least 4 weeks of vacation time. I can't remember how much. But yeah, it was at least 4 weeks of vacation time that I had that was paid. And so, like, when are you gonna take that? So I ended up just basically taking, like, long weekends and a few days here and a few days there, and I would just, like, basically give myself a Monday or a Friday off here and there, and use a lot of my paid time off that way. Sonia, hello. Welcome. Yeah, so working in finance, deadlines at all times of the month. That was my ex-husband. He worked in finance, and he had that issue as well. You painted your nails with May last Friday? That's nice. Thank you, Sonia. Let me show you my my nails up closer. So this hand I don't love. Because I neglected to put white underneath my base, so everything's a little desaturated. I really like the colors that we used, but everything's a little desaturated, unfortunately. Although the thumb, I remembered to put white underneath it, so that was better. But then this hand, we put white underneath it, and everything came out nice and saturated, and so we have a good vampy color here. Yeah, the office is closed, but you still have deadlines. Yeah, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Thank you, Sonia. Let's get some cats. There they are. Get a little bit more budgie face in there. Welcome back, Lori. Okay. Shit. I don't think I'm gonna need the... Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and risk it with this hand. And, because I don't think I'm gonna end up taking a photo of this hand anyway, because I feel like the desaturation is, like, annoying me. And these will probably just come off tomorrow. But the other hand, I'm definitely gonna do proper photos of, because I like the way that one came out. I kind of don't mind the color, like the more desaturated color on these two fingers here, but it's very, like, very 70s instead of being like Halloween-y, which is kind of what we were going for. But yeah, the vamp hand definitely worked very well. Just need to wait for this to dry a little bit before we top coat it. And then we'll be all done. They are good kitties. They're my best kitties. They're my best gray babies. I love them. I love my other two kitties as well, but they're not my gray kitties. Although I guess Timony's kind of gray. He's like fawn and grayish and charcoal. He's got a little bit too much brown in him. Oh. Yeah, it is kind of fall vibes. Mimi exclaimed a loud "oh" and then said nothing more. So I'm in suspense until she comes back and says more. The Grabies. My little old ladies. Oh, jammy Dodgers. Oh, such a good girl. The black and white kitty booped his nose on your finger multiple times. Oh my goodness. That's adorable. He's coming around, is he? Getting more comfortable with human contact. That is a very good thing. Any updates on the situation with your landlords with respect to feeding the cats? Like, are we just fully ignoring that, or is there a plan to deal with it? Oh my god, there's a hair right there. Ugh, let go. This is the problem with having 4 cats in the house. Like, it was already bad enough when there were 2. And then there were 3 and it was like extra. And now there's 4 and it is absolutely inescapable. It's never not complete fur everywhere time. I can't take a sip of beverage without fucking finding a cat hair in my mouth or floating on top of my cup. So you're going off the property line to feed them? I feel like that does nothing. Like, how does that change anything? If you take an extra step over the property line to feed the cats, it doesn't do anything. It's just such a foolish... Like, you're not stopping anyone from feeding the cats if that's your rule. You're not getting the cats to go somewhere else. People who want to feed the cats are going to just go the extra 2 feet to the other side of the property line and continue to feed the cats. Ashley, you have 2 cats. You can't imagine more, but then again, you have 3 kids. Yeah, it's completely different. I don't think I would want to have 4 cats if I had kids, but yeah, this is a ridiculous rule, Meme. It's a ridiculous rule. I don't see the point in it at all. That kind of crap just... it annoys me. Like, it would be one thing if you were like, you know, setting up some kind of feeding station with, you know, like a little ratty cardboard box shed or something like that. That, you know, I could see how people might object to something like that, but I don't know. Yeah, Universe says you must have 3 cats. It's true. You must have 3 cats at all times. You're just gonna have to get rid of the landlord, I think. That's the solution. He's the one we don't need, right? Your sister has 3 dogs and 1 cat and 2 kids? Oh my god. That's way too much. Dogs are exactly the same as kids. Like, at least cats do this for, you know, half the day or more. They sleep. Dogs have expectations. Yeah, landlords that don't give a shit definitely can be a double-edged sword. They don't fix things, but you're feeding the locals. Yeah. Yeah, two dogs seems like so much. Even one dog is too much dog for me. I don't think I ever could. Oh my god, two dogs, two cats, a toddler, and a baby. No, absolutely not. Ray, your dogs aren't dogs though. Your dogs are large cats. They're just oversized cats. I don't believe that your dogs are actually running dog operating systems. You rented a room from a family, and after fostering, you had your cat, 5 dogs, 2 kids, 3 adults. That is not okay. Holy shit. Oh my god. People leaving meat on the outdoor grill? That just seems wasteful. Why would you do that? Like, are they just not like, are they leaving hunks of meat, or are they just not like cleaning it and so there's like little scraps? Either way, nasty, nasty behavior. That's way more of a problem as far as I'm concerned, because yeah, you're definitely bringing pests in if you're leaving meat scraps in the grill. Your dogs are kind of foxes, yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are dogs that run cat software for sure, and I feel like that's a very different vibe. I'm okay with those dogs. Dogs that run cat software are fine. Every once in a while, you find a cat that runs dog software, and oh, they have too much energy, too much expectation. I can't cope with that. But it's very rare. Yeah, I can't imagine having like iguanas be like a pest issue for you. I recognize that this is a thing in places, and there are places where like the pest species are parrots or monkeys or whatever. There's all kinds of weird things, but it's funny to think about animals like that you would be excited to see, in a different area, being like just the worst pest. It's like, so I went to London a few years back, and and we were staying at an Airbnb, and the owner of the Airbnb, was sort of being a little bit chatty and making small talk, and was like, "So, what are you most excited to see while you're here?" And I was like, "I want to see the magpies." So excited to see the magpies. I wanted to go straight to Hyde Park and see the magpies. And he was aghast. He was absolutely aghast. Because it's basically like going to New York City and saying, I want to see the rats. Like, it's the same thing, right? So, yeah. Once it's normal for you to see the thing all the time, it's no longer fathomable why it would be exciting to anybody else. But if you're coming from a place that doesn't have that animal, it can be exciting. So yeah, for me it would be exciting having iguanas running around all over the place. I'd be delighted by that. But I can kind of understand why it would be annoying if they were your equivalent of rats or seagulls or pigeons or whatever. You two were also really excited about the magpies in Europe because we don't have them in Ontario. There are magpies in the western part of North America, but the whole East Coast does not have magpies. There are no magpies in the East Coast of North America. And so if you're from an eastern city and you have lived your whole life in the east, you have never lived around magpies. And magpies are fucking cool. They're like incredibly smart. They're very feisty little fuckers. They will steal food out of your hand and taunt you about it. And that to me is incredibly charming. It's delightful. But yeah, it's if you live somewhere where they're basically your pigeon equivalent, it's a thing. Oh yeah, the squirrels with the ear tufts, they're so cute. Yeah, you would have magpies in Colorado. You're more than far west enough for that. It's May you wouldn't see magpies in Florida either. They are basically crows, but wearing a tuxedo. It's so true. There's a bunch of different magpie species, and they have different patterning, but generally speaking, they tend to be white and black, or sometimes with gray. And yeah, they're corvids, so they're like crows, really smart. Some species use tools, and they're an absolute menace in city parks. So they were by your work bullying a squirrel. Yeah. Classy crows. An emu spotted in Florida. My goodness. I don't know about that. They're too big. I feel strongly that birds should not be allowed to get that large because they really are too strong. And they know it. It's like with geese. Like geese, birds should not get as big as geese. They can do too much damage at that size. An ostrich farm. I have not seen K-pop Demon Hunters. I am not particularly inclined to see K-pop Demon Hunters. I understand everybody and their brother love the show. Everybody is telling me I need to watch it, but I can't tell you how much I really, really dislike the music, and so it's really hard for me to convince myself that I should see the show, the movie. Yeah, birds that large are basically dinosaurs. Florida man does not need a noble steed. Listen, I respect the big bird dinos. I just don't want to be near the gigantic bird dinos because they are capable of murdering me. And I feel like people are a little blasé about that when it's birds. Yeah, I know it's a movie. I say the word show to mean picture show. That it's a moving picture show. It can mean either a series or a movie. I am aware that it is a single movie. I don't discriminate when I say the word show. It means both things. You're sick of hearing about K-pop Demon Hunters? Oh, because your kindergartners are all talking about it. Of course. Of course. Yeah, we don't need to add to the ends. Ugh. We don't need to add to the animals that can end me. Yes, May. I'm clearly so good at talking right now. You got chased by geese at your cousin's place? Yeah, geese are terrifying when you're a small person. Even as an adult, I give the geese a respectful birth. And if they have babies with them, they get a good amount of space. Yeah, me too, May. Yes, with moving pictures and sound and colors. Listen, Ashley. I'm old. I'm so old. I'm so old. I'm old as the hills. Yeah, I'm not quite that old, but yeah, at some point, I guess I've just always called them. I've always called movies shows as well, and this has only become an issue recently because apparently Americans really get upset if you refer to a a movie as a show. Because apparently for Americans it only means the one thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's a Canadian thing or if it's an old thing or if it's just a me thing, but 30ish is baby. Sonia, you have a headache. I'm sorry you have a headache. It's the chillins, isn't it? You don't get paid enough to take care of people's babies. That's the problem. Peacocks, yeah, peacocks are very impressive animals. And again, capable of really beating a man to death with their wings. I'm not going to start calling it cinema. Ashley, I refuse. You can't make me change the way I've been speaking for my entire life. I won't do it. You're just going to have to cope. You're on fall break. No kids. Oh my goodness. What a luxury. Well, you still definitely do not get paid enough, so I'm sticking by that. Film. Oh, that's right. It was your birthday. You're ancient, Sonia. You don't mean me, do you, Ashley? You think I'm 37? That cannot possibly be true. I am ancient. All right. That's it. That's all, y'all. I gotta go have a snack. I'm gonna have some thinking cheese and decide what my secondary snack will be. And then probably, oh shit, I have to go visit the other cats. I just remembered. Stepdaughter and her husband are out of town for a few days, so we have to go visit their cats and medicate them. So we're gonna have to go and do that. All right. Good night, y'all. Kitties, say good night. Jammy Dodgers. Jammy, say good night. Well, she sort of said good night. She said fuck off. All right. Night all. We'll see you next week. I don't know what I'm doing yet next week. We'll find out when we find out.